is Genesis Demera, and I will be reviewing, as you can tell by the catchy tune and my empty mug, I'll be reviewing Nice Work If You Can Get It, directed by Kathleen Marshall. Now, the director actually kept this play traditional. Not traditional as in time of Aristotle traditional, but towards the 21st century Broadway plays, it was traditional. I would say you had the typical traditional dancers. You would have the songs that would actually describe the emotions that the actors were trying to portray or like make a sense, and traditional stuff like that. A brief synopsis of the play. So this play is basically about a man named Jimmy Winters, originally played by two-time Tony Award-winning Matthew Broderick. This wealthy man, by inheritance of course, took life like a game, always with different dames and drinking what was known as demon rum. His view on relationships changed, although, when he met a wanted bootlegger named Billy Bennix, played by Jessie Mueller. Billy was strictly business, always doing what she needed to do, as a bootlegger of course, until she experienced her first kiss with Jimmy. Each character took the role serious in portraying traditional roles according to the era. Their dialect, body language, dance moves were some of the few factors I saw that represented the roaring 20s. To me, they were believable. Trust me. For example, the cops or Vice Squad, played by Barrett Martin, Adam Perry, Jeffrey Schechter, Joey Sorge, and Corey West, showed their strong macho-ness and strength by actually standing tall and popping off their chest and stomping as they walked across the stage. What also made it believable was the way they drank the liquor and acted drunk. Those people who actually drank and showed drunkenness were the characters of Cookie McGee, and played by Michael McGrath, and Duchess Dulworth, played by Jennifer Smith. Speaking of characters, unfortunately, I didn't have the honors of seeing Mr. Broderick perform live, but I saw his understudy, Clyde Alves, perform instead. All honesty, I actually searched on YouTube to see some of the videos of Broderick, and I feel that Clyde did a better job in portraying Jimmy Winters. I feel that he had more to give, in a sense, than Matthew Broderick. I got nothing against Matthew Broderick because I grew up watching Inspector Gadget. I got nothing against him, but I was fortunate to actually see it in another perspective. Alright, so their costumes and their lighting and music went according to the era. It was crazy. You had the girls wearing loose sequins dresses, and their hair were cut according to length. They were like nice curly small locks, and they had sometimes little hats to cover some of it, or headbands with like feathers or more sequins. They were all glitz and glam, and like it went with the era. For the males, they had like their penguin suits and or like small bow ties and like top hats, which are my favorite. But if you actually Google the Roaring 20s, you'll actually see the same outfits, like the hairstyles and everything. It was crazy. It was amazing. Then you have your setting. Your settings, the actor would walk in, and while the setting was changing, but they would also have like a nice melody towards it, and it actually worked out well. Like there wasn't any interference or anything. Like it went smoothly. You were actually able to tell if it was a bedroom or if it was a bar. You know, if there was a few scenes that they were in a boat, and it actually looked like a bay and things like that. And the lighting, actually, whenever one person specific would walk in, a spotlight would hit them, and you have two spotlights for both main characters, or when like you have the whole team dancing, the general lights would flash. But they did an outstanding job on that, and I give it to them for actually turning on the lights on cue when an actor would walk in or walk out and things like that. Just to give them credit, the scenery design was Derek McLean. The costume designer was Martin Paclandina. Sorry if I mispronounced the last name. The lighting design was Peter Kaczorowski. The sound design was Brian Ronan. The wig and hair design was Paul Hotley. The makeup design was Angela Avoni. The production design was Alexander V. Nicholas. And the casting was by Binder Casting, Jay Binder and Jack Bawden. And then you have your music, which by the way I love, because I actually recognize a song from Fantasia 2000 that they used. It was awesome. But the music director was Tom Morey, and the orchestra was Bill Elliott, which by the way they had an actual live orchestra. It was actually really cool. Overall, would I recommend it? Heck yeah. Not only is it like a Broadway play, come on guys, it's a Broadway play. It has comedy. I was laughing, like I had to cover my face because I was embarrassed. You have your love story. I'm a sucker for love, guys, come on. You have your storyline is very consistent, like you won't get lost. They also had political subliminals, and if you really want to watch it, which I do recommend, you have to hurry up because it's gonna close down in 7 weeks, which is sad. I wish I was like I kind of did wish I saw it faster. But yeah, it's a good show.